This is how I'm moving. This is how I'm moving. Yeah.
Hey, man, what is,
Yep. Yep.
yo,
Yeah.
first of all, bro, boys look like T.O. in this
Hey man.
mug.
Hey man. Hey man.
This nigga look like Terrell
Hey man.
Owens.
Tell my quarterback. Tell my quarterback. Yeah.
Terrell
Yeah.
Owens.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens is your quarterback or your receiver? Which one?
Fam, bro, you don't remember he had that clip when he was defending Tony Romo? I think they had just got
Okay,
put out
my bad.
the
Yeah, yeah.
playoffs. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, boys out here look like T.O., dog.
Hey
You know you
man.
look like T.O.
Hey.
That's why you got those shades.
Hey, I was getting them, bro. I told boys I was getting them. I was getting them, bro.
Is that is that the Versace's?
Yeah, bro. Look at that gold. Look at that gold trim. Look at the gold trim.
Boys come on here looking like T.O. with the Versace's
Hey man,
on. And you got an Eagles a green shirt on, like you play for the Eagles or something.
Now you tripping. Now you tripping. You reaching.
Fresh baldy and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I'm here to cook, bro.
Hey you gotta pause. You gotta warn me before you come on here looking like T.O. I was ready.
Nah, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yo, man. We already got my boy Mike on here. Adrian on here.
Yeah.
My homegirl Ashley on here.
What's
man,
up?
I got something to ask you before we get started, but man, let me tell you how much you my homeboy, brother.
Okay.
You my brother, and man, I got a lot of love for you because you know what today is?
That?
Today is National Cigar Day, man.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to be blazing up my stogie right now, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna blaze up my stogie after we done, man.
Man, bro, you could let the joint go, let it go.
No, I ain't gonna blaze up the stogie in the crib. I don't want that smell all around the house, but I'm gonna blaze it up later.
Got you.
But yeah, today National Cigar Day for all my cigar smokers. So I gotta, even though niggas smoke cigars on the regular, but definitely gotta participate in the national holiday. Okay. My boy Mike on here. I know Mike, you blazed up a stogie today. Let me know, man. Bro,
and I don't know what. Shout out to the cigar smokers. This is for me. This is national. Take a sip of something, man. Day. So I'm sipping, bro.
You never smoked a cigar yet, huh?
Nah, you know what, bro? I remember one time. I don't know if it was like your birthday or my birthday or it was something, bro. Back when we used to go to the club when we was like 19 and 21, right. We had on blazers. And we were walking around the club with the cigars that weren't lit. You remember that?
We was spraying like we were some bosses.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
We was spraying like we some bosses. Niggas
hey, man.
At 19, I wasn't even drinking yet. Yet alone smoking.
Mogul, we were, bro. We were getting into the club and they were putting them X's on our hands, bro. But we was getting smeared off, Mogul.
Yes, we were. Don't count as a drink.
Oh. Well, you had to buy them. You had to be 18 to buy them, Mogul.
Nah, but I'm saying boys wasn't like drinking yet at 19.
Yeah,
I was like a athlete and stuff. But yeah, man. Bro, you know what I found out today?
What's that?
One of my homegirls told me I ain't got no personality, dog.
That's crazy. Was she joking? Like, was she capping or like what?
Nah, she wasn't like capping to be funny, but she was being honest. But she was like, I'd be posting my get ready with me videos, and I'd be thinking I'd be doing my thing, even though I'm just started doing them. She was like, finally, you got some personality. So I was like, damn, I always thought I had personality.
Does she see the clips of these shows that we do?
Oh well, she know I'm an asshole a little bit, but you talking about as far as like my videos. So my question to you, man, do boys think they got riz? Do you think you got riz?
What, bro? Wait a minute, bro. Wait. First, bro. Boy's 40 years old. What is riz, bro?
Wasn't know what riz is? You a teacher. The kids don't be saying riz around you.
Mama, I don't understand what no riz is. What is say that in our slang? Tell me what.
I found out the kids say riz. Riz means charisma. But they
Oh,
call.
I'm Captain. Do you see my shades, bro? Bro,
Yeah, dog.
I'm wearing,
What?
bro, Mogul. I'm wearing Versace shades in the house, bro, and it's nighttime. Yes, charisma. Yes,
You
bro.
yeah, you definitely on some other shit. Like I know I
Absolutely.
be on some fly shit, but you on some way fly shit with some Versace's in the
Nah,
house.
nah. It's just, bro. I'm only here to operate as a winner, bro. When I step out, bro, I need boys to know, like, oh, that man is somebody. And if I
Nah,
don't view him as somebody, he knows that he is somebody. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Really, really, Mogul. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
well,
I'm
good.
not even I'm not even supposed to let boys know what brand these are, cause Versace not paying me, bro.
What
Straight up.
did you so you dropped the bag on them joints too? Obviously, is this
I,
them joints you was telling me about?
yeah, but Mogul? What's a bag, bro? A bag is relative. I paid 280. They were on sale
I
for
mean,
280.
that's still a bag for some
So
shades. That's still a decent price for some
so
shades.
the regular price for them were 345, but I got 25% off with my Macy's card, and they came out to 280, bro.
Got next pay you gotta get
Nah,
you gotta get you some Saint Laurents.
nah, nah. Ain't no next pair. This was a stretch for me, Mogul. This was a stretch.
Fair,
This took me
nah, but I can't get over the fact boys really look like T.O. Do you think you look like T.O. with those shades on right now?
absolutely not, bro. Absolutely
Yeah.
not, bro.
Let's ask people. Let's ask people who on our live right now. Let's ask,
Nah,
hey yo,
man.
do y'all think that boy look like T.O. right now?
No. I'm not even gonna play myself, Mogul. I'm not gonna play myself. Check it out, Mogul. When it comes to a big purchase like this for me, and to me, 300, that's a big purchase, bro. For me,
Oh, I know.
I have to sit for months and think like, man, do I really want these shades, bro? I gotta I gotta sit for months, bro. Pause.
Right.
And I have to go to the store, walk by them, and be like, dang, do I still feel the way I did when I first saw them? I couldn't get these off my mind, bro. So I
Right.
had to do it. Yeah.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, normally, I would call you by your nickname Rizzle, but tonight you T.O.,
This
brother.
but this dude tripping, bro. This dude tripping. Mogul. Man, check it out. Speaking of football,
Right.
Mogul. Speaking of football.
Right.
You sent me a clip. It was a clip that was disturbing to me. Cam Newton, to me, the legendary quarterback. I don't care. I don't know how other people view him, but to me, he's a legendary quarterback. He's a black man who made it to the Super Bowl. Excuse me.
Cam Cam is a legend.
Yes, he was fighting at a 7-on-7 tournament, bro. When you saw that video, how did that make you feel, bro? Pause.
Well, I mean, first of all, was Cam really fighting, or was Cam kind of ragdolling boys like, "Hey, take it easy. You don't want this." You know what I
I mean,
mean? But
Cam is 6'5", 270 or something. So
right,
yes.
right. So yeah, he's definitely was in a tussle. Let's just say that he ended up coming out on top with pause.
Mm-hmm.
But let me say this, man. A couple of things, right? I'm gonna touch on three different things. Number one, just to touch about the Cam thing alone. You know what I mean? For Cam, I think Cam handled it the right way, because if Cam would have actually swung, hit somebody, even though he would have had every right to defend himself, of course, because who he is as Cam Newton, he obviously would have been painted bad. But number two is this, man. Cam Newton been getting disrespected at these camps that he's been going to or putting on for the youth in his inner city, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, for me personally, man, and I want to ask you this too. I think Cam Newton got to stop doing stuff for the hood in the hood. You know what I mean? People be like, yo, you got to go back and give to your community, this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But when your community itself continues to disrespect you, and you don't have to be down there to help them out, at some point you got to say, you know what? I need to stop doing stuff for the hood in the hood. And what I mean by that is, like, continue to put on for these youth, but do it somewhere else. Don't do it in the hood. Because, man, these young boys nowadays, they way much more disrespectful than us, C-Rob. I mean, you a school
Absolutely.
teacher, so you know. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? I know
Absolutely.
you're gonna be able to speak to putting your hands on these kids if you have to.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean? For me, when I think about Cam Newton's situation, I just think at the end of the day, this got to be the last straw for Cam. Because you remember the video last year where the one kid was going viral for saying he a free agent, he ain't gonna get paid, just like blatantly disrespecting Cam, and Cam was like, "Where your parents at though? You know I'm rich and all that." You know what I
Wasn't
mean?
that wasn't that a white boy that was doing that though,
No, that was a
Mogul?
little black kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
You're
then
right. You're
and
right.
then the parents made him apologize, obviously, but you know that video went very viral. So you know, then you look at this incident that happened over the weekend or whatever. You know, a lot of people think it was kids. A kid did sucker punch him, but one of the dudes that he was fighting was actually another 7-on-7 coach. You know what I mean? That was the dude with the dreads that he was kind of like ragdolling, and then ragdolling another dude too. Then you could see at the end a young kid came in and sucker punched him. So for me, man, you know what I mean? I think it's unfortunate because it sucks where people be like, yo, go back and do stuff for your hood. Then when you go back and do stuff for your hood, your community, especially for the youth, you constantly get disrespected. And it seems like we're the only ones that do that to us. You know what I mean? Like you don't see young black kids going to a Peyton Manning camp and talking shit to Peyton Manning, threatening to fight him, parents and all that. Like we only do that to us. So for me, I think Cam Newton, this got to be the last year he does this, man. And if he does do it again, he got to do it in a different community where he ain't got to be able to deal with the nonsense or just don't do this at all. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he tried, man. What are your thoughts on it, though?
It's a few points I want to speak to, Mogul. Number one, man. That when I first saw this again, for me watching this, it was cringe for me. One of the points I thought about was the same thing you just mentioned. This wouldn't happen to Peyton Manning. This wouldn't happen to Tom Brady.
Right,
Now the reason it wouldn't happen to Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, they not coming to our hood. If they was to go back to their quote unquote hood, it would be a neighborhood where the parents can afford to pay to have them come out there.
right,
Number two, man. When I think about the athletes that we grew up and loved, man. Um, uh, Allen Iverson, man. Allen Iverson was a big inspiration for us. When I was younger,
yeah,
have I had the opportunity to go to an Allen Iverson camp? I wouldn't have looked at him like he's God, but I would have looked at him in like admiration, pause,
right,
because man, Iverson is Iverson, bro.
right.
A lot of us wanted the shoes. Some of us had braids, the tattoos. That's because of Iverson, and he was a he looked
He was a
like
part of the
us.
culture.
Not only that, Mogul, we could aspire to be that because height wise and like frame wise, he looked like some of us. Pause. So
Right,
I wouldn't dare go to an Allen Iverson camp and disrespect him and think I'm better than him.
right.
Again, we grew up different. Man, I'm gonna soak up this Iverson. I'm gonna soak up game from Iverson. If Steph Curry is showing me how to shoot a three, I'm gonna grab a clipboard and take notes, man. So for kids to think that they could disrespect a black quarterback that made it to the Super Bowl, that represented us, man, a black quarterback that you could look at and say like, oh, this dude is one of us. He's part of our culture, is mind-boggling to me. But I read an article, Mogul, and
Hmm.
here's what happened when I read the article, bro. Cam wasn't so much fighting kids, he was fighting coaches.
Right,
Now, let me tell you about these coaches,
right,
Mogul. These coaches were a part of his camp 2 years ago.
right,
But for some reason, they separated. I think they separated, being cool. It was all good.
right,
But I'm hearing that the fight started because days before the tournament, Cam Newton was talking crazy to the coaches, talking about, oh, I got more money than y'all. Oh, y'all would never be me. So he was kind of egging these guys on. And while the ex-coaches and Cam's team were playing, Cam was getting frustrated and saying disrespectful things to the coaches. Oh, I'm your daddy. Now, wait a minute, Mogul. When another man tells you that he's your daddy, that's disrespectful, bro. If he's not your daddy, that's disrespectful. So if that happened, bro, I gotta hold Cam accountable for that, bro. I gotta
You
hold
got to
Cam.
hold Cam. You got to hold. So hold on. So we're talking in the spirit of competition, talking shit, right? That's
Absolutely.
basically what you're doing in the spirit of competition, talking noise,
Yes.
right? So you mean to tell me every time an athlete or you're in the spirit of competition, you talk noise, and somebody says, "I'm your daddy," pause by talking noise,
Mm-hmm.
that deserves a reason to fight them?
I don't think that deserves a reason to fight them,
What are
but you
we
don't
talking
think so?
about there? What are
Huh?
we talking about
Oh
there?
no, no, no. There's more. There's
Go
more,
ahead. Go
Mogul.
ahead.
So after that game, that coach approached Cam
Right.
Newton, according to the article that I read. And Cam Newton grabbed the dude by the collar and tried to play to him. That's when the dude swung on him, my brother.
Right.
That's when he
So
swung on him.
it sounds like to me, Cam Newton and this coach talking noise, like people talk noise when you in a competitive nature,
Mm-hmm.
right? After the game over, instead of you as a coach with the, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the one with the dress. Instead of you going your way, you want to go and approach that man. Now, this has nothing. Now the game is over. This is man to man now.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, and knowing the environment that I'm in, first of all, let me say this. Cam Newton is 6'8", 6'6", 270, 250 solid,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
NFL linemen and linebackers can't tackle Cam Newton,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't know what makes you think that you can walk up to this dude and be able to handle this dude. So for Cam Newton, now this has nothing to do with the football game. You're approaching me a certain way as any other man would. I'm on my square. I'm ready to handle my
You
business,
don't you don't
right?
know how he approached him, Mogul. You
Well,
don't know how he.
obviously, you approach that man in an approachable manner where it seems like things are going to get physical or violent, and
We,
it
we
and
don't know that. We
well,
don't know
see,
that,
Rob,
Mogul.
but I'm saying you saying we don't know that. Of course, we don't know that. But at the end of the day, if I know you're mad about a football game and we're talking noise and this game is over, and you come to me in any type of manner, I'd rather what my boy Biggie say. I'd rather shoot first and ask questions later. Basically, Cam say, hey, in case you walking up to me to do anything, I'm on my square to be prepared. And that's what it seems. Of course, we don't know the details, but from the outside looking in, that's what it seems what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So either way, as a one-on-one, if I'm a man handling you one-on-one, why two more other people got to jump in?
Mogul. If you ever see me fighting Cam Newton and you there, I pray you jump in, bro. What are we talking
well, well,
about?
well, first of all, as your friend, I'm gonna tap you on that shoulder, have you
Absolutely.
take up those side cheeks and be like, bro, you may want to second guess this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you,
I'm not squaring
you,
up with Cam Newton. That's
yeah,
crazy.
you may want to second guess this, Rob. This ain't a good
Absolutely.
idea. That's what
A-
I'm gonna do as a friend, right?
Absolutely.
But all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day that it, it, it shouldn't have gotten there, regardless of what, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton walked up to you first and approached you in a matter where it seemed like it was about to get physical altercation, then I get it. But at the end of the day, bro, it's 3-on-1. It was technically 2-on-1. That little kid did sucker punch him. But at the end of the day, nothing should have gotten that far, bro. To your point, Cam Newton don't got to be out there. Cam Newton is $100 million up. He don't got to be out there. He don't got that 7-on-7 program is his, right?
Mm-hmm.
As that other dude who was a coach, you're not putting together that program. That's Cam's program, right?
Wait. So Cam was running the whole seven
Yeah, that
on
whole
seven
seven
thing
on
was
seven.
his?
I read the same thing you read. That whole 7-on-7 program is Cam's program. Cam do
Okay.
that every year in Atlanta or whatever part of Atlanta
Okay.
they was in. That's
Okay.
Cam's program. You ain't putting together that program. That man is funding that. So at the end of the day, for you to be able to approach that man like that, it's all wrong. And here's my thing though, man. Here's my thing. And we gotta start questioning, you brought up something valid. You know, when you and I were younger, my mom couldn't afford to put me in any celebrity basketball camp.
Absolutely.
You know, I had to go go to my high school where I played ball at to go to a basketball camp. I play AAU or go to an AAU camp. My mom couldn't afford to put me in any celebrity basketball camp because those things cost money, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man is putting this stuff on for free. This is an opportunity for a young black kid who's aspiring to be a quarterback to learn from Cam Newton, see Cam Newton. And like to your point, Cam Newton, to me, is a Hall of Famer. He did it at the highest level,
Absolutely.
right? You should never disrespect that man in any sort of manner. Y'all talking shit, talking noise, that's part of football. That's a part of competitive sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should never disrespect that man in any manner. I don't know if you remember this incident, but this happened last year in Dallas, where there was a youth football game. Aqib Talib brother shot a coach. You remember that story?
No.
Oh my gosh, C-Rob, you don't remember that story? This happened last year in Dallas. There was a youth football game, and I can get more detail, but I'm not. But long story short, there was a youth football game. You remember Aqib Talib, who won the Super Bowl, played in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
His brother was his, I don't know if his brother's son or somebody was playing in this game. So basically, you know, the coach, one of the coaches from the other team ended up getting into it with Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib brother, not Aqib Talib, but his brother pulled out a gun and shot the coach, killed the coach. He just got life for this, right? So, and this is all over a youth football game. They arguing and end up shooting the coach and killed the coach in front of his son who played the youth football, right?
Yeah.
See, when I thought about this Cam Newton story, I thought about that, and I'm like, what if that would have happened to Cam Newton? That's where this stuff goes too far, and that's why I said at the end of the day, you know, people take these things too serious, and for Cam, he got to be careful too, because that could have been him. That's why I'm like, going forward, if I'm Cam, I'm not doing no more stuff for the hood in the hood, if that makes sense.
I like that. So here's what I got. Excuse me. I thought about that when you said that. I would still do stuff for the hood, like these type of 7-on-7s or whatever. I would fund it. I would put my name on it, but I'm not showing up. And if I do show up, I'm gonna show up for a little bit, and you ain't gonna be able to touch me, bro. Pause. That's just what it is, man. Now watch this. I would still do like other camps, but I would charge, bro. I would charge something that may be a little ridiculous so that the people who are actually paying, they got skin in the game, and now you gotta take it seriously. So that would kind of weed out the foolishness, bro. You're not gonna be this camp that I'm throwing that you gotta pay, you're not gonna be in here fighting, bro. You're not gonna be in here fighting me.
Right. And
you know, you're gonna have to pay to be here.
But I guess that does take away from the underprivileged kids who can't afford it, and they have this opportunity to be around somebody like Cam Newton and learn the game.
Hey man, I understand, but your parents sometimes mess it up for you, man. Your parents sometimes mess it up for you, man.
Right.
This goes to parents raising their children. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I may not be Cam Newton or whomever or famous or whatever, but I don't want my kids around certain kids. Let me explain that, bro. When somebody says something is free, like say for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. If the museum is free on Thursdays, my kid's not going on Thursdays, bro. I'll go when I gotta pay, because I don't want my kids around everybody's. I don't want my kids in places where everybody has access, bro, because that brings any and everybody. Nah, bro. Nala and Zuriel come when we gotta pay. That way we weed out some of the foolishness. And it's not always the kids, it's the parents, bro. Parents not taking the time to raise their kids and show them how to be decent human beings. And now because you raising a kid that's gonna grow up and be trash, he or she gotta be around my kid who's gonna be decent. Nah, bro. Nah.
All right. So let me ask you this. Obviously, C-Rob, you're a teacher. You're in the school system, so
Absolutely.
you're around these children every day,
Absolutely.
right? As a teacher, if you ever had to put your hands on a kid, would you do it?
Like fighting, like physically fight, like punching them?
Yeah, like if you have to throw them hands and put your hands on the kid, would you do it?
No, bro. No.
So if the kid walked up to you and just started swinging and wilding on you, what you doing?
Well, I'm a man, so I could kind of and get up. Mogul, that's happened to me before, bro. I just
Right.
had to and get up out of there.
Right.
Now, check this out. If your kid is old enough and he swings on me and he touches me, pause, I'm pressing charges on you, baby. I'm pressing charges on your kid. Because no, Mogul, it sounds funny, but hear me out. It holds the parent responsible. Hey, fam, you should have taken the time to raise a decent child. Your child put their hands on me. As a professional, I can't hit them back. My children live a lifestyle that they love.
Right.
I'm not going to jeopardize that lifestyle for them, but you're going to pay for your child. And check this out, Mogul. I have pressed charges on the child before. Now watch this. When I look,
How old was the
the
kid?
kid was about 10 or 11. Absolutely.
What?
Deal with them laws, bro. Deal with them laws. Now, once it got to a certain point, I dropped the charges, but let me shake you up a little bit, bro. You need to know that you cannot put your hands on a grown man, because if I was able to match your energy, you wouldn't have done this.
Right.
Yeah, bro, you got to shake these parents up, bro. These parents need to be held accountable, bro. You raising trash human beings, and then you want your children
That's
to be around other people's
that's
children.
crazy. You
Nah,
press charges on a 10-year-old.
absolutely, absolutely. And
That's wild, bro. The kid is 10,
that's
zero.
what's up.
I
That's
think you're
what's
gonna
up.
tell me the kid's 16, 17, maybe 10
They
years
they
old, fam.
the older ones know a little better, bro. They a little more mature. They not trying to do all
But see,
that,
that's
bro.
the thing. I would think the older ones would be the ones who weigh much more.
Nah.
Like, we be seeing videos where these kids, 16, 17 years old, be slapping the hell out of teachers, punching teachers. Like, we see these viral videos, fam.
Now let me ask you a question. A lot of, because I see these viral videos too.
Right,
As a teacher, I gotta pay attention to this stuff.
right.
Now, here's one thing I noticed about these videos, bro. A lot of these teachers be women or they be older men, bro. I'm not, yeah, I can move. He tripping.
Andrea,
Oh.
Andrea, wife you on the live. She said, he said he ain't giving any passes.
Nah. Raise your child properly. Your
Man,
child shouldn't.
I ain't gonna lie. You remember that one video, and this broke my heart, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one video where it was like an older lady,
Yes.
and this girl slapped the living sprite out of this lady?
Yes.
I'm trying not to curse, so I ain't gonna use the S word, but she slapped like the living sweat out of this, and this old lady just sat down and took it.
Okay.
Bro, you remember that video, right?
Yes.
I swear to God, man, like my heart broke watching that video, because all I can think of is, couldn't have been my
This
grandma or somebody.
is somebody's mother, bro.
Couldn't have been mine, bro.
Now what should
Like, somebody was going to have to see me. I'm not saying I'm going to fight a little girl, but I'm damn sure I'm going to beat up her daddy.
Yeah,
I'm going to beat up somebody.
I'm not finna fight your daddy. Your daddy finna get these charges. Now, what's supposed to happen to that girl in that situation, bro? This girl just slapped your grandmother, bro.
Bro, when I saw that slap, I was like, oh, hell nah, these kids out of line, fam. Because, like, even when we was in school, we'll say some smart shit to teachers. I'm sorry, I said I was going to try to curse. We'll say some smart stuff to teachers, but we knew better just to go put our hands on a teacher, fam. Like, bro, we knew better, because number one, we know we finna get in trouble in school. Then we gotta have to go home and deal with our parents. Bro, it's no way I was gonna not only get in trouble at school, possibly get kicked out or suspended, then go home and have to deal with my mama.
Bro,
Hell nah, bro.
bro.
Like, that was just like a unknown law, never to put your hands on no teacher. You know what I mean?
But also in our day, there were no cameras in the classroom. So I've seen teachers put their hands on these kids, man. And there was no phones like that, bro. I remember when we was at Fondren, Mogul, it was this sub that used to walk with a limp. He was an old white man, walk with a limp, bro.
Yeah.
And one of the kids that we knew, he came to school, he had a gold chain, leather jacket, shoes, he was fly. He pushed the teacher one day. No. I think the teacher pushed him first, like, hey, man, chill. The boy came up out his chain, came out his leather jacket, and he pushed the teacher back.
Boys
This teacher with the
in
lip.
Fondren was wild, though. Boys in Fondren ain't playing.
Hey, That white teacher with the limp snatched that boy up and jammed him in the corner and started. I was like, whoa, I can't believe this. Now, of course, we never seen him again. But Mogul, back
Oh, I
then,
know what you talking about. You talking about that boy Face?
Mogul, why you on here saying names, bro? Chill.
I don't give a
Chill.
damn, bro. That's who you're talking
Chill.
about. Face got beat up, right?
God, dog, bro. But,
I remember Face got beat up.
yeah, fam, you just gonna say the name like 6 times, bro?
I
You
don't
good?
give a damn. What the hell he gonna do?
Are you good?
I don't even know why he got
Are you
that.
good?
Huh?
Are you good, Mogul?
Man, that's what you're talking about, though. Am I lying?
Bro, anywho, bro. Back
Hey,
then, you could put your hands on kids and kind of get away with
nah,
it because there was no
I
cameras.
remember. I'll take one further. I remember my coach at Sharpstown, my freshman coach, and everybody know who my the
Absolutely.
freshman basketball coach. He used to put hands on boys. Like
Hey,
he don't got like I remember my freshman coach. He got suspended for like half of the season for putting his hands on boys, bro. Not to say like, and my freshman coach was from Third Ward, so he ain't play that shit. Like he put the fear of God in boys. I remember like as one of his players, I used to fear that boy. But man, he used to put his hands on boys at Sharpstown. He ain't play that shit, bro.
but see, I love that. That made us better men, bro. Now, here's where I'm a hypocrite. I don't want no teacher putting their hands on my daughter, bro, or my daughters. But at the same time, I'm raising my daughters to be decent human beings, bro. I'm gonna be honest
Right,
with you. Nyla last year, she got frustrated with a teacher and she hit the teacher and started crying.
mm,
Now they called us, and when we came down to the school, Nala was all shook up because she knew she's such a decent person. She knew that what she did was
right,
wrong, bro. I didn't have to physically discipline her. All I did was talk to her, and she broke down crying, bro. Now I say all that to say this behavior hasn't happened again, bro. Cause we're actively correcting things, bro.
right.
So if I'm a parent that's actively correcting behaviors and your child is just doing whatever and just wilding, I don't want my kid around your kid, bro. And that's just what it is,
Do you
straight
believe
up.
the spankings risen?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Was we
Absolutely.
spanking Dollar is there?
So check it out. So check it out. I do, but I don't have to do as much because I'm glad you said that. So check it out, Mogul. Our parents, or at least my parents, or a lot of parents
Our
were,
parents whooped our ass. That's just
yeah,
plain and simple,
and they
bro.
wouldn't talk to. They
And we
their
got
first
ass
their
whoopings. Like
first move was whooping. Pow, pow, pow. Whereas today, because I understand and I'm trying to be better, I will talk to my kids first. I warn my kids. I'd be like, "Hey, Nyla, baby, you doing a little too much for daddy. I'm having to repeat myself way too many times. My next move is a pop. I'm just letting you know." And the same for Zuri. And they usually chill. But
right,
when they don't chill, hey man, I already warned you. Bow. Get it right.
right,
Yeah. But
yeah.
Mogul, I think our kids, excuse me, I think our parents lacked emotional intelligence, bro. And they
You
were
think so?
just, yeah, absolutely.
You,
Absolutely. Bro,
man, I ain't gonna lie.
go
A lot
ahead.
of the ass whoopings I got as a kid, I deserved it. I knew I was wilding out and doing crazy shit. I deserved it. You know what I mean? Now I'm not gonna say every single ass whooping I got I
Okay.
deserved, but I think a
Bro,
lot of the ass whoopings I got as a kid, I deserved it,
I
man.
like
I
I
used to get
like
into some crazy shit.
I like what you're doing. We getting somewhere, Mogul. Do you think sometimes a conversation would have been necessary and you wouldn't have done it again?
Um, well, yes and no, right?
Okay.
Yes, because I would say yes because a conversation would have been necessary because you know you gave me that opportunity to do right, but at the same time, we we was kids who kind of move a certain way. So
Yeah.
if I know I got away with it at least once and I'm tempted to do something again, I'm back in my mind. I'm thinking, all right, you may give me another conversation. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But if I got
Good.
that ass whooping the first time, I learned my lesson. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't moving around too much like that no more. You know what I mean?
I like what you doing, mogul? Check this out, bro. One day, I remember I was asleep. I don't remember how. I may have been 12, bro. I
Right.
was asleep, and my mother just whooped me. Bow, bow, bow. And I wake up like, dang, whoa, mom, what? And she literally whooped me for no reason, bro. It was just on some, hey, this can happen to you. Now, that's funny. It's funny. I don't know if she saw that on a show. I don't know if she thought that was funny or what, but it was totally unnecessary. And in that moment, I didn't deserve it. And I didn't understand why. And when I reflect back to it, I think she was hurting on the inside, bro. And I
Right.
think that's what happened with a lot of our parents, bro.
Right.
They were hurting on the
I,
inside, don't know how to communicate properly. So everything comes out with violence.
right. I
And for a
mean,
lot of us who are raising children, we not moving like that because we don't want that cycle to continue,
right.
bro. We want
But
our
we're
children to be
also
able
in
to
a,
express themselves.
but we're also in this. We're also in a new era where you can't put your hands on kids. You can't whoop kids no more. They'll get.
Shoot,
They'll
I don't know what era you talking about, bro.
Nah, they'll get those people involved in your life. You know what I mean? And putting whooping kids or
Mm-hmm.
kids go back with a bruise or something on them. They'll get those people put in your lives. You know what I mean? So we in a different era now. But I would say this, you told a story about your mom. The last time I remember my mom putting her hands on me. You was actually part of it. It was actually part of your fault. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
It was you and Nate fault. You and Nate. You remember that?
Nah, was it when you threw that party at the house?
Nah, not the party. The party was wild though. You remember like one day after school, I took the car, I went to go pick up that girl, and y'all was with me. I took
Bro, wait a minute, bro. So, bro, now how is that our fault, bro? You took the car.
because y'all my homeboys, y'all supposed to tell me not to do it. Y'all just rolled out with your boy.
So that's, bro, you made a decision to take the car.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, but
me and Nate,
you and Nate was with me. You and Nate supposed to be good influences. Y'all ain't supposed to let me do it. Y'all supposed to talk me out of it.
bro,
You know what I mean?
we was broke with no ride. What are we gonna tell you, bro? No, we're getting a ride, bro.
Hey,
We don't want to ride the bus.
and then remember we was going through Bel Air for picking her up and got pulled over.
I remember that. I remember that. That was crazy. Absolutely. That was crazy, bro. I like this, bro. But yeah, man.
Dre, are you still in Egypt or you back?
Oh, boy, is in Egypt?
Yeah, Dre and Wifey was in Egypt for a couple of weeks or something like that. It was live too, from looking at the stories.
That's all right,
But yeah,
bro.
man, that was the last time I remember my mom just straight up like wilding on me. And like I said, I deserve it. You know what I mean?
But that's what. So today, physical discipline isn't my first move, though, bro. That's not my first move. I'm going to talk. I'm going to give warning. And then I'm going to physically discipline you. But it's going to be out of love.
Right.
I'm not going to be angry when I do it.
Right.
I think a lot of our parents were angry when they did it, bro. And then we grow. Then they wonder why some of us grew up jacked up, bro.
Bro,
Our parents have to take responsibility for that. And I'm making sure I'm not gonna pass that down to my children.
Listen, man, our parents definitely, but also look at this. See, them ass whoopings that our parents gave us. Look how we raised to this day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of helped us out because you got to think about the dudes when we were growing up who just got away with, who just was wilding like in the street. I mean, we talk about Fondren. You know how many hood dudes Fondren had?
Mm-hmm.
Fondren had like dudes was already had criminal records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you could tell their parents didn't discipline them or give them ass whoopings, whatever. But see, our parents did, and look how it ended up helping us to be the men we are now. So
Absolutely.
that definitely gave us some structure a little bit versus the dudes that we grew up with. You know what I mean? Who didn't have that structure or had that freedom to do whatever they wanted to do. You know what I mean?
I love that, man. So shout out to the parents, man. But we doing things a little bit better, a little differently. We talking to our children, we showing them love. Shout out to Cam Newton, man. That fight was, for me, it was ugly. I just want us to move a little better because us looking like that, that's cringe for me,
Right.
man.
Right.
Mogul, you sent me a video, bro.
Right.
You sent me a video. This was something I never seen before. I didn't see this video, bro. Explain this video about the young lady going to this concert with her boyfriend, bro.
Right. So I don't know this artist, but I don't know if this took place in even Africa or somewhere. I'm not sure, but there was this young lady. Her boyfriend took her to this concert. The artist called this young lady up on the stage, and there's a silhouette. They're dancing, but it's the silhouette that shows their body dancing. And
Mm-hmm.
let's just say, in this dance moves, whatever, there was a lot of inappropriate stuff going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Shorty was backing up on him. He was literally like bending her over as if he was hitting it from the back. She turned around. She went down on him like she was giving him head when they was dancing. All the meanwhile, her boyfriend is watching this, right? And I don't know if the dude ended up taking this girl or whatever. But long story short, bro, you saw the video. The video is just beyond disrespectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolutely beyond disrespectful and embarrassing, right? So I sent you that video, number one, to get what is your reaction from it. And then I also want to ask you, you know, are you okay and comfortable with your wife, I guess, I don't want to use the word fantasizing over celebrities or other men, but in some way, somehow, I guess, you know, just being like mesmerized by other men. Or, huh?
No. No. No, Mogul. No.
like if I don't know who your wife like celebrity crush is, but let's just say it was Idris Elba, since all the women like Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he come on TV and your wife is like drooling over him. Like, are you okay with stuff like that, or does that?
No. Mogul, I'm a man. I'm a big dog. No. Bro, I'm sitting on this live in at nighttime with shades on. No. I'm not a simp. No. Mogul.
What are your thoughts about the video, though?
Mogul, the video was, to me, very disrespectful, and I would have left after that girl would have went up there. It would have been no reason for me to remain at that show, and baby girl would have been left by herself. Have that artist take you home.
Yo, no, that's the thing. He probably did take her home, low-key.
That's your new boyfriend. I'm out. Mogul, no, bro. Let me tell you something, Mogul. Back when I was around 19, bro, and you may remember this. Back when I was 19, I worked at this restaurant. I dated this young lady that was for the streets. I didn't know that she was for the streets. I was young and green. I didn't know what was going on. And she would what here was one red flag, bro. One day
Was this the one that wasn't black?
No, Mogul, when have you seen me with a non-black girl, bro? What are you talking
okay,
wrong with you? What's wrong with you, bro? You good? Mike, Mogul, are you good?
I'm trying to think.
No.
I'm trying to
No. Anywho, check it out, Mogul. We went to the before we started dating, we went to the club, bro, and I had on shorts and couldn't get into the club. I took her to the club, and she said, "Oh man, you know what? Just leave me here. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right." That should have been my first thought to know, like, something is crazy. I drove you here. You rode with me. I can't get in. You're staying, and you're telling me you good. That should have showed me, like, oh man, this girl for the streets. But I was young and green, didn't know that. Long story short, Mogul, as I was with this young lady, man, other dudes was, hitting her and all that. And I'm walking
her
around.
down?
Yes. I'm walking around sad and in my feelings. Mogul, this was, bro, we was like 19. Bro, you know this, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you right now. I don't know what's wrong with you right now.
Think back to who it was.
This is it.
Oh, this is when you was at Papados, right?
Yeah, bro. Why are you naming everything? Are you good?
I'm trying to remember who Shorty was.
You remember
Okay.
this stuff, bro. But anywho, bro, long story short, after a while, I just got tired of it. I got tired of feeling like this. And I was like, no more. I'm not bro, this is no longer going to happen to me.
Right.
But I'm glad I went through that because that showed me what I was okay with and what
Right.
I'm not going to be okay with, bro.
Right.
And today, now that I know my value, I know that when I walk, bro, I know that when I walk into a situation, the evaluation of that situation goes up because I'm here. It is no way I could go to a concert like that, my lady walk on stage and do all that,
Listen.
and then I remain. Nah, bro, he's your
Listen,
new boyfriend. I'm out.
Shorty was beyond. What the crazy part that really got me about this, because there was some backstory that came out. She was just like, before the concert, me and my boyfriend had an agreement. If he so happens to call me to come up on the stage, it's okay for me to dance, right? And I'm a secure man, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not a lot of stuff that makes me jealous, right? But the way she was dancing was just like, come on, why you got to be dancing like you're giving him head? You know what I mean? Why he has to pull your hair, bend you over like he's hitting it from the back? Like, that's not dancing. Like,
Bro,
at the end of the day, that's freaking. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
cool.
that's freaking. So, if I was him, I'm going to be honest what I would have done if I was him. I would have waited till she was done dancing, right? Hold on, just hear me out. Why she on stage dancing? See, I would have been making this the old mic. So let me just say this the old mic. This ain't the new mic, right? The new mic is a happily engaged man. But the old mic would have done this. She would have been on that stage dancing. The meantime, I would have been in the crowd doing what I'm doing. And as soon as she got back off that stage, I would have had somebody else with me, right? And I would have said, yo, did you enjoy your dance? She would have said, yeah. And I was like, to your point, oh, hey, make sure you get home or find a way to get home. I would have beat her home. By the time she got home, her shit would have been out. Doors would have been locked. Like, everything would have been out of if we lived together, whatever, it would have been out of my joint, out of my house, whatever we live in. And she would have had to find a way. That's what I would have done. Because at the end of the day, you're going to disrespect me that bad. You know what I mean? The old Mike would have felt like I need to disrespect you back. But as a grown man now, it's just best that man leave her alone, be done with it, and move around. But the way she did that, man, was foul,
Bro.
But the other part I asked you though, and so if your wife see her favorite celebrity on TV and she's kind of, mesmerized or googly eye over him, you got a problem with that too?
Yes. Mogul, I'm not these guys. I'm not no simp. Now
Well,
I'm
hold on, C-Rob, but that's different though, bro. Like, why? Because I mean, your significant other finds other men attractive,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, so I'll put it like this. So
Yeah,
like I know who my fiance crushes are when they come on
that's
TV,
what's
right?
up. That's what's
Now,
up.
do she be all, drooling? No, she don't do it. She never does like that. But I do be looking at her from the side eye like, man, let me see how she react to this nigga being on TV, right? But at the end of the day, your wife still finds other men or
Absolutely.
have celebrity crushes. To me, if they on TV, bro, I ain't worrying about that. It ain't nothing you can do on TV. You know what I mean? That's
Mogul.
TV. You know what I
We
mean?
not, but we not finna be disrespectful though. I'm Mogul. Think about it. I'm at home. I'm helping you raise the kids. I'm paying, the bills in the house. These Usher ain't doing it. Idris Elba ain't doing it. They not doing it, bro. So you not finna sit in the house that I'm helping to pay for, or whatever the case may be, and you just and then again, I wouldn't do that, bro. That's
Right.
disrespectful. That man may have multi-millions of dollars and be in front of all these audience and all that, but I'm still a man too, bro. You're not finna just play me.
Okay, well,
Like, we not doing that, because
is that a
I wouldn't
sign
play
of
her.
disrespect or a sign of insecurity?
That's a sign of disrespect, bro.
Okay.
As a secure man, I understand. Hey, man, Mogul, if you're being honest, it's people. So you got a man and a woman in a relationship. I, I know they have celebrity crushes, but there may be people at their job that they find attractive. If you want to be honest, you see what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's different.
So I understand that. I understand that. But you're not finna be sitting in front of my face, playing in my face, bro. I'm not
So
that,
are you not okay with wifey having a work husband like they be saying nowadays?
bro.
You know they say, they say every woman has like a work husband.
Mogul.
They say that, and they say like every man has like a work wife. For people who work, not for people who obviously work remote, but if you work like in a building or you go to an office, they say like most men have a work wife and most women have a work husband. You never heard them use that term?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mogul. I hear that term and all that there, bro. I'm not with it, bro.
Nah, I'm not with it either. I
I'm
just
not
want to
with it,
see what you
bro.
was gonna say.
I'm not a sucker.
I'm gonna be honest. Every chick that ever known that had a work husband, that nigga was low key
I'm,
hitting that. Like,
I'm not a sucker, bro. I'm not a sucker. Mogul. Not only am I not a sucker, I don't operate as a sucker, bro. Again,
right.
let's talk about value, bro. I know my value. When I walk into a situation, the evaluation of that situation goes up. It goes through the roof. So I'm not going to be handled the way a sucker would be handled, because we don't have the same value, bro. And that's real.
All right,
That's
well, let me
real.
ask you. Okay, so let me ask you this: are you okay with your wifey having homeboys, even if you know them and you're cool with them?
No, we didn't. I didn't meet her like that.
So
That's not what.
when you met your wife, she didn't have no homeboys that she was just cool with or whatever,
To
and stay
my
cool.
to my knowledge, no.
Okay, well, let's say she did, right? Let's say she had like platonic homeboys, like they never smashed, they like platonic homeboy, homegirl, and let's say like you met her. Do you allow her to continue to still be friends with them, even if she introduces you to them and they're cool dudes, they know about you? Are you still okay with that relationship, or you're not?
What kind of relationship is this? Do they hang? Do they link up? What are we doing? Because I'm not a simp.
I mean, let's say like he invites her out, but he also invites you out. Or let's say like they might occasionally chat, talk on the phone, you know what I mean? Stuff of that nature. Like just platonic friends. Are you okay with that or not?
Inviting us both out, cool. But what y'all talking on the phone? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Mogul, I'm not no sucker, bro. I'm not no sucker. I'm not no simp, bro. I know how guys are. I know how guys operate.
Right.
And I'm not stupid. I'm not green. I was green when I was 19.
Right.
I'm no longer
Right.
green, bro.
Right. So if your wife had homeboys before y'all got together, you making her cut them off or
Mogul, I'm not making anybody do anything, Mogul. My value is up. I make the
what
situation
are you
better.
ultimately saying though? What are you doing? This is what I'm asking.
Hey, I'm not making anybody doing anything, bro.
What are you
But
moving around? Like what are you doing?
I'm gonna tell you like this, Mogul. To be with me, there's a certain standard I like to move by, bro. And if we not meeting that standard, we gotta reevaluate some things, bro. Mogul, you just told me about this young man going to this concert with this woman, and the woman that woman felt comfortable enough to get on the stage and do that. And when they put the camera on that man looked nuts,
You
bro.
look crazy.
I'm not
She,
today.
she definitely did have no respect for that boy. Like any woman who purely has respect for her foundation and her significant other would never like if he would have called her to say, "Hey, come up here," the first thing she should have been like, "Hell nah, I'm good." You know what I mean? I remember watching this one video with Kyle Kuzma. You know Kyle Kuzma date Winnie Harlow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
They was at the Usher
right,
concert,
and you
huh?
know Usher obviously be coming around and messing with dudes' girls, right?
Hmm.
And Usher tried to mess with her. She jumped right on that boy's lap. It was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I respected that so much when I saw that. And you know, of course, Usher ain't, he don't mean no harm. But when she did that, I was just like, oh
Yeah.
nah, see, that's how your shorty's supposed to
Hey,
move. You know what I
hey, buddy.
mean?
Sis knew if she wanted to continue to partake in the benefits of being with Kyle Kuzma, jumping up there with Usher wasn't worth it, bro. Real talk, bro. You have to sometimes you have to look past what's in front of you. Oh, just being in the moment may be great, but what happens after this moment though, bro?
Right.
If you have a dude that's not no sucker, bro, I'm not, bro. If you get on that stage and you make me look crazy, this video is gonna live forever.
That
Every
video.
time I
I'm
see
pretty sure.
people,
I'm pretty sure they're not together no more.
hey man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying me in a situation like that, you'd have came back, it would have been 2 empty seats. And you know, hey man, God bless you. Get home. How you get home? Lose my number. It
What if y'all
doesn't work. Now if
what
we
if
got
y'all live together? What you doing when you get home with her stuff?
okay, that's good. It depends on the living situation. Either way, I'm out. I'm out. Does she live with me? If she lives with me, she gotta figure out something else. And I'm a G. I'm a G. I'll put you in a let me describe the situation.
Hold on, you
Say
gonna put
she
her in what?
no, hear me out. Say she lived with me. We didn't have any kids, but she was living with me. Hey, check it
Somebody
out.
say put her out immediately.
Hey man, hey man, that sounds like a dude that's not no sucker. Straight up, mogul. If she's living with me and we don't have kids, hey fam, I'm such a king. I'm gonna put you in a hotel for 7 days.
Oh
But
hell no, nigga. Crazy. Crazy.
mogul,
Crazy. Boy, you
mogul.
better
Nah,
than me.
yeah, mogul. I'm a bro. You're gone. Like it's no longer you lit. We out of here, bro.
Put you in a hotel for 7 days. I'm gonna be honest. That singer you were just dancing on, you better tell him to put you in a hotel for 7 days. Well, I'm gonna spend my own bread and put you in a hotel for 7 days.
No, he got you after the 7 days, right? He
No,
got
he
you
needs
after the
to
seven
get
days.
you now. That's
Bet
where you missed me at.
I
I would
respect
spend
that.
my bread to put you in a hotel for 7 days. So hotel for 7 days, I'm spending a minimum $500 to
Oh,
$1,000.
bet we
So
lit.
so
We lit.
I'm gonna spend my bread after you disrespecting me to make sure you're still good.
Yeah.
Hell nah. Shorty
No,
gonna
that's
come home and find her shit on the curb, and she got to figure it out.
for me. That's a parting gift. Hey,
That's a
baby.
parting gift.
Yeah, hear
That's
me
a
out,
great
Mo.
parting gift.
Hey, it is. Hey, baby. You made a poor decision. You're going to have to live with this decision. But as you live with this decision, get this hotel. While you're in this hotel alone or with another man, whatever the situation may be,
On your
you'll have to
dime.
collect your thoughts.
On your dime.
And yeah, mogul, what's 500 to a king,
It
bro? I told you I'm only
it
moving as
ain't
a
about
king,
that.
bro.
That's still playing you in some way somehow.
It's mogul. It's not, bro. It's not.
Okay.
It's not because, bro, you're sending her on her way, mogul. You're now free.
I not only am I sending you on your way, but I'm letting you figure it out. I'm not helping you with nothing.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can see
helping
that too.
you with nothing. Figure it out. You figured out how to get on that stage and dance like you was giving that man head. Figure out where to live now.
Okay, I can see that.
Like
I can see that.
that's just me. I'm not. I ain't got nothing else. Look, your number is blocked from my phone. Your shit is on the curb. Figure it out. Hopefully you got his number. Hopefully you got his number. Figure out something. Cause I
Okay.
ain't got nothing else to say or do with you no more.
Okay. I can see that, bro. I can see that.
So
But I'm saying now, my view on this comes from my life experience of once being a sucker. I can't go back being a sucker, bro. I'm not gonna be a sucker again, bro. I did that at 19, bro. I was looking nuts out here, bro. We not looking nuts at 40,
you know
bro.
what? You know
And that's real.
it's see right. You know me. You know me really well, man. You know I'm not gonna say I've probably never been played or cheated on. I don't know. They say women cheat better than men, so I don't know. All I know is that I've never been in a situation throughout my 40 years of dating that a woman has blatantly, publicly disrespect me or played me in any way, anyhow, like that. Never.
No way I'm
And I'm
staying
not
in
capping
that
when I say
situation.
that. Like, never. Now, whatever she do behind my back that I don't know of, because you know me, I'm also a dude. Like, I never went through a woman's phone.
That's smart.
I never searched or hacked a woman's social media. Like, I don't do no shit that makes me end up looking stupid, right? That maybe it's my ego, maybe I think I'm too played for that, but I operate like that now to this day. But I've never been in a situation where publicly a woman has disrespect me or played me when it comes to another dude or whatever, right? Now, whatever she, like I said, whatever she does behind my back that I don't know of, I don't care because I don't know. I really don't know how I will react in that, bro, because you know I'm a dude. Also, I don't take disrespect well. You know what I mean? Like that's like the biggest thing for me is like I always tell like I always feel like in my relationship I want to be respected more than love more, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I
Okay.
want to be respected more than you love me more, because at the end of the day, if you respect me, you're never going to do nothing that's detrimental to me in any way, anyhow. Love
Mm.
comes and goes, heartbreak happens, but the respect factor has to remain there, man. And so I really don't know how I would react if I was really in that situation like that.
Man, respect me and love me, bro. I ain't gonna be honest with you. I can't choose mogul. I can't choose between the two. And then I'm
I would take respect over love more. Like I still
wow.
want to be loved, but I would take respect 60 and love 40.
Mm.
Real talk.
I like that. Now I can tell you, I know how I would react, bro, because today I'm seasoned. I've done a lot of work on myself, bro. I can see my improvement. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm not cursing at anybody. I'm not disrespecting. I'm not calling anybody out of their name because I know that I hold value. I don't have to do all that. See, here's where a lot of men mess up, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Check me out, mogul.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men get hurt. They're not in the wrong. They get hurt, and the first thing they want to do is yell and lash out and put themselves in a bad situation. And now they looking crazy. They looking stupid.
Right.
Nah. If you know you were in the right, if you know that you're a provider, if you know you was doing what you were supposed to do, if you know that you're valuable, you ain't gotta yell. You ain't gotta do that. Remove your value. That's going to hurt more than anything else. Leave that woman to deal with her thoughts. Leave that woman to have to deal with the fact that she reacted in the moment and now is hurling her future. Remove
Okay.
the value.
So let me take you one level higher. What if you're a married man? Like what if like in your situation, right? What if you're married and you have children?
Okay, now check this out. I like that. You're not gonna leave your kids to suffer because you don't want that. Again, we talked about parents. We talked about how our parents raised us and all that. You're gonna still take care of your children. You're gonna take care of whatever responsibilities you have. And as I've said before on our previous show, like one of our earlier shows, for your children to be in a great mental space, to some degree, that woman needs to be taken care of. As a man, take care of your responsibilities, but
But
remove
what are you
yourself.
saying? Are you saying you're okay? So you're saying you are removing yourself? Period.
Absolutely.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
but not from my children, though,
No, of
bro.
course not.
And we
Of
can
course not.
still we don't have to curse each other out. We don't have to talk bad. I don't have to go on social media and talk crazy about you. I ain't got to talk bad to you with my children. No, my children don't need to know anything. But I can no longer participate in a relationship with you though, cause you wild. You is wild, and I don't participate in wild, bro. All that toxic and all that disrespect and all that. I don't do that, bro. I'm chilling. My life is peaceful, is good. So all that extra, I'm not doing that, bro.
Right.
I'm not trying to be, I don't want nobody beating up my car. I'm not trying to be us fighting and having scratch. I'm not doing all that, bro. So
Right.
I would remove myself because I'm valuable, bro. I know my value. I'm not staying in this. Bro, ask yourself this, Mogul. Let me ask yourself this. Let me ask you a question. Say you're a married man, you have children. You go hard for your children. You go hard for your family, bro. You're making sure they have everything they need and a lot of the things they want. You take pressure off that woman. That woman does something to disrespect you publicly, and she has you out here kind of somewhat looking nuts. As a man with a lot of value, do you think you deserve to look like that?
I mean, of course not.
Okay, get yourself out the way, leave her with her thoughts, allow her to kind of now watch this. Here's another thing with being a man that has a lot of value. I look at the field. In any situation I go into, bro, I look at the field. Whether it's at work, I look at what others are doing that excuse me. I look at what I'm doing and I look at what others are not doing. Oh, I got value here. They're not able to do what I do. When I move as a man, I look at myself and I look at the men around me. Oh, they giving they woman issues. Oh, they struggling with child support. Oh, they doing all this. I don't do this for my woman. I don't put her through that. Bro, I'm valuable. So why do I have to go through the things that those simps gotta go through? I'm not doing that, bro.
Right.
Now
Okay.
watch this, Mogul.
Go ahead.
This isn't just one-sided. This is the same for women. If a woman goes hard to make sure that man is all good, make sure he's comfortable, make sure that house is peaceful, and that man is giving her hell and making things hard for her, she needs to reevaluate if she wants to hang around in that. Do you deserve that?
Right. Right.
These are things we have to ask ourselves, bro. As much as I do I deserve this?
Right.
And if not, you might gotta figure some things out, bro.
Yeah, I think man or woman will all agree you don't deserve that, and you have to kind of reassess the situation and see where everything stands for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bro, we killing it today, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no,
Man,
that's some good stuff. That's some real good advice right there, man. But you know, before we get into the last topic, you mentioned doing crazy. Has a chick ever done anything crazy to your car before?
no, I don't play them type of games. I'll put the laws in your life. Deal with the
Why
police.
you always want to call the police on somebody, dog?
Mogul, can I say something? Mogul, if a woman does something to my car and I beat her up, who's going to jail? Who's
What if she did something to your car? She moved around.
Mogul, if a woman does something to my car and I know she did it and I beat her up, who's going to jail?
You gonna go find her and beat her up? What are you gonna do?
Mogul, if I find her and beat her up, who's going to jail?
This guy.
Who's going to jail? Me or her?
Hey, sure. You definitely go to jail, bro.
Okay, so check it out. I'm not going to put myself in that position. Sis, you shouldn't have done this. I'll give you an opportunity to pay for this, make this right. If not, go to jail. Go sit out for a couple days.
I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. You remember when we went to ACC in Stafford together?
Absolutely.
I remember like there's this one girl that was liking me, and I was chopping it up with her, or whatever. But I really didn't like her. And I remember like she did something that irritated me, and I was like, man, I'm cutting you off. I ain't rocking with you no more, right? So so one day I came out and I went to my car, bro, and there was like some Jolly Ranchers that was like licked on. And it was like stuck on my car window, like Jolly Ranchers all the way on my car shield, right? Mm-hmm. And you could tell it was licked on because it was like all sticky and stuff. So I was like, man, who the hell putting Jolly Ranchers on my windshield? And look, man, let me tell you the petty thing she did. She like took a dime, like a dime, and she back then, like you really had to like open your car with a key, right? We didn't have like a lot of electronics now. But she took a dime and she super glued the dime around the keyhole of my car, dog.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Like I laugh at it now when I think about it, but back then I was like, man, who do some petty shit like this? You know what I mean? I mean, luckily she ain't put my tires on flat or break my window, but I was like, man, this is some petty ass shit. And then I get like a text like later on that day, it was like, did you like your candy or something like that. It was just some crazy shit, bro.
See, something like that, bro. I can get past that. All right, baby's in her
I,
feelings.
I,
Let me just get out her way.
yo, but it was still petty though, bro. Like in my mind, I'm like, damn, how many Jolly Ranchers did you have to open lick just to stick on somebody's car window? Like that's just petty. Like should you be in class learning or some shit, man?
Think about that. Think about that. We're supposed to be operating as adults,
Right.
knowing how to properly
Well,
deal with our feelings.
at this time, I think we were like only 19, 20. We wasn't like
Okay.
grown.
All right, but
Yeah.
I mean, who has time to lick Jolly Ranchers and stick them to you? Think about
Honestly, she did.
think about the preparation you have to
Right.
put yourself through to even do something
And
like
that's what I
that,
was
bro.
thinking. I was like, I mean, it was funny at the end of the day. I was just like, man, what the hell? This is like some real petty shit, yo. That's like the pettiest thing. But I just thought about that story when you mentioned cars and all that.
Man, speaking of, man, shout out to that young lady. I pray
Hell
she's
nah, don't shout
healed.
her out.
No, Mogul, she was
Bro,
19.
I had to go get my car washed and all that shit, bro. At first, I was really upset about like super gluing the dime in my keyhole though, because I'm like, man, how the hell I'm opening my car door now?
I'm sure you hit that pressure washer on the thing that come right
Nah,
off, bro.
luckily, like the glue didn't seal all the way yet, so I was able to like flick it off with the key and get it off. But still, though, man, I was
Man,
like, damn, my shit would have been super glue. That would have been crazy. I wouldn't have been able to get in my whip.
man, shout out to that young lady. I pray she's healed, and I pray today she's not taking the time to lick Jolly Ranchers to put them on somebody's car door, bro. Think about that. That's crazy, man. Hey, Mogul. Before we get out of here, did you want to hit this Dame J topic? Pause.
Man, I think we do because I think I want to more so bring up like the business side of it than instead of what happened, right?
Okay.
Because obviously you and I discuss a lot of business stuff outside of this platform, whatever, just as businessmen. Obviously, I was showing you the story with how we know the backstory. Dame and Jay Jay was suing Dame, right, over the reasonable doubt percentage.
Yes.
Long story short, Dame tried to sell an NFT. They found out. Jay ended up suing. Jay offered him 1.5 million to buy his shares in reasonable doubt. Dame obviously denied it, but obviously now he has to settle a debt. Some other thing he owes, like 800,000. So they're telling him now, in order to settle that debt, you got to be able to sell your shares of Rockefeller to settle this debt, right? So either way, you had an opportunity to sell your shares for 1.5, but because you didn't like somebody, or because you have bad history, or you still holding on to bad feelings from somebody from a situation that happened over 20 years ago, now you find yourself in a situation where, do you as a man, do you drop your ego, swallow your pride, go back to that person from a business perspective and say like, yo, I'll take that 1.5, is still on the table, just to make sure not only you have a little extra after you sell this debt, and then vice versa, if you're in J position, do you now say, all right, I'll give you that 1.5, or you say, now it's just at 1, I'm taking off the 500, now you're just gonna get a 1. What do you do in that situation if you was on both sides of the spectrum?
That's a great question. So check it out. If I'm Dame, do I go back to Jay and try to sell him that at 1.5? No, because that's a discount, bro.
What?
That's a discount. Nah.
How?
Bro, I could sell that to somebody else,
Who's
and
gonna buy it?
Jay will have to deal with the fact that somebody else owns part of Rockefeller or part of his original
I'm gonna
album.
respond after you. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fam, I'm not going back. Now, if Jay approached me, maybe I can revisit some things, but we're not doing it for the 1.5, because with Jay, I think that it's more that thing has sentimental value to it.
So your emotional still behind it.
Am I emotional still behind it if I'm Dame,
Yeah.
you're saying? Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
Okay, go ahead.
We haven't resolved that.
Go ahead.
So no, you're not getting it for 1.5. I'll go sell it to Nas. I'll go sell it to The Game or somebody. I'll go sell it to somebody. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. But nah, I would go sell. Who wouldn't want to own a piece of Reasonable Doubt, bro? I'll sell it to somebody else for 1.5. Now check it out. If I'm Jay, I would offer him double because of the sentimental, not mogul, hear me out. The sentimental value, and not only that, what is 3 million to a billionaire? Fam, oh, I see you in. I
Three
see you
million is
in.
a lot to a broke nigga who ain't got it, and you need 800,000 to settle a debt.
I'm not, but see, if I'm a billionaire, I'm not thinking about where you at in your level. I'm thinking about the sentimental value.
Go
Let
ahead.
me get this up out of your hands because you're Dame, even though I love Dame, if I'm Jay, fam, you're disrupting business. So let me get this out of your
Wait,
way. Let me
who's
overpay you.
disrupting business? Jay or Dane?
Dame, Mike,
Okay, go
mogul,
ahead. I just want to make
Dame.
sure I hear you right, because you're talking crazy right now. You saying some
I'm
ludicrous shit. Go ahead.
not
Go ahead.
mogul. If I'm Jay, my first album, Dame owns a stake in it, and me and Dame aren't seeing eye to eye. I need to get that up out your hands so that I don't have to go through you when it comes to business for that album. So I will overpay to get it out of your hands. What is 3 million to a billionaire? Now, if I'm Dame and I'm selling it to Jay, I'm running that tab up. But if I'm selling it to anybody else, I'll say 1.5.
All right. So in your response to this malarkey that you just spit out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're moving, and this is a side of business. So with business now, you're still moving emotional and not making the right business decision because your emotions are still intact. Can we
Okay.
agree to that? If you're Dane, right?
To a certain
Okay.
extent, but go ahead.
So let's talk the business side of it 1st
Mm-hmm.
right? Reasonable Doubt, they all own 1/3 percentage of Reasonable Doubt, right? You mentioned Dame to sell to somebody else. See, Rob, you're missing the fact that that's the reason why Jay sued him in the first place, because he can't. You can't legally go and sell his 1/3 of that percentage without Big's authorization and Jay authorization. That's why the NFT deal that he tried to do when he tried to sell his 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt for the NFT, that's why it fell through, because he can't legally sell it. That's what they went to court for. You got to get authorization because Jay and Biggs own that. So nobody can sell unless all three of them signs off.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get that established, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, Dane, you tried, somebody offered you 1.5 million for your shares. Nobody's not really making royalties off Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt came out in 1996. Nobody's really not making royalties off of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man offered you 1.5 million. You turned it down. And the only reason why you turned it down because it's Jay. You don't want to be able to, because if you sell it to Jay, that's Jay still winning and you still losing. You still harbor some feelings. That's where the emotional side and not thinking business-wise come into handy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you owe a debt of $823,000. You obviously ain't got no money to pay it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the court is telling you, in order to pay this debt, you gotta sell your shares since your shares is worth more than that. So you mean to tell me, instead of humbling yourself, dropping your ego, and going back to Jay and say, look, I'll take that 1.5 because I obviously don't have no money to sell his debt. You're trying to say it only makes sense for him to try to tell Jay to double it? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. See, now here's the side of me with business where I can be hardcore. If I'm Jay, I'm coming to you. If I really want to be an asshole, how much is your debt? 823,000. Oh, I'm gonna buy it for that amount.
No deal.
Okay, then how you gonna pay your debt?
Mogul, this is still Dame Dash, bro. He can leverage his
Dame Dash from 20 years ago.
Mogul. He can leverage his celebrity for 800,000 in some manner.
What?
Mogul,
what?
Mogul. He could go make a movie. He could go borrow the money.
D-Rob, bum ass movies that Dame be making, don't be making no bread, bro.
Mogul. What was his movie? No.
Because let me ask you this, because if he had the money, you're saying leverage his celebrity. If he was able to leverage his celebrity, shouldn't he have the money already to pay the 823,000?
Bro, can I be honest with you? I think Kanye would give him the 800,000, bro. Real talk.
But okay, so that's different. Now, so if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
go, if you
yeah.
want to go bad Kanye for it, then go bad Kanye for it.
Bet.
But all I'm trying to say at the end of the day, as businessmen, this was a great scenario because we have to start really, when it comes to business, making the right decision and getting out of our feelings as businessmen. And the reason why I say that is because you never know when something's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Because look, because of your ego, because you didn't want to sell it, now you find yourself in a situation where you may have no other choice but to go back to that man. It's no way if I'm Jay, I'm going to offer you $3 million. If I'm nice, 1.5 may still be on the table. But because now you really need me, I may offer you one.
Nope. No,
You still
sir.
got a little bit over 100,000 or so to work with, to play with, a little bit on the two.
No, sir.
And if otherwise than that, how you gonna settle your debt?
Hey, man.
If a court ordered you to sell something to settle your debt, that means you don't got the bread, bro.
Okay. What if I can go get the bread? Hey, man, I'm going to go holler at Cam. I'm going to put some ideas together. Hey, fam, I got this idea for this show. I'll make a deal with me for 800,000. Or I'm going to go to Kanye. Hey, Kanye. Excuse me. Hey, Kanye. Remember when Jay didn't believe in you and I fooled with you? Hey, fam, I need to hold 800,000. I'm going to get that back to you. Or, hey, Cam, let me hold 400. Hey, Ye, let me hold 400. Hey, Kevin Hart, bro, it's so many ways I think I think that Dame could get this done to where, no, Jay, I wouldn't allow Jay to play toy me, bro, for 800,000.
How's that play toying you?
Bro, Jay is not
You don't want him to win. That's why. Because you know if you sell it to him, then he won ultimately, and he continues to win while you continue to take L's. That's ego.
Jay is already winning. Hey, man, we can't stop Jay from winning, bro.
Right.
He's already winning. He's going to continue to win. But if you want this reasonable doubt, bro, you're going to have to pay for this one.
Bro, that's crazy.
Nah, you're not.
That's crazy.
Nah, you're
that's
not getting
crazy.
This for 800,000,
That's
bro.
crazy, bro. Yo, that's you know, as businessmen, I hope that we never find ourselves in that situation. But as businessmen, sometimes you just got to drop your ego and do what you need to do, bro. If that man wouldn't want to leverage that album or whatever his percentage to sell to somebody that you used to do business with because you still harbor feelings from over 20 years ago, what are we talking about now as grown men growing? Like your whole thing that you always talk about, as a grown man, I'm in a different state, I'm in a different space. Why am I still harboring stuff from over 20 plus years ago?
Let me ask you a real question, Mogul. You see that a lot of artists are selling their catalogs, bro. You see the type of money that people are getting for their catalogs.
Right.
If you just had to just throw a guesstimation evaluation on a Jay-Z catalog, how much do you think that's worth?
A couple of billions, probably.
Okay. So if somebody wants to buy Jay-Z's catalog, they would probably have to spend a couple billion. You know what album is included in that catalog? Reasonable Doubt. Oh, wait a minute. I own 1/3 of that. Do you think I am selling that for 800,000? No, fam. I'm gonna eat off them couple billion.
Okay. Well, number one, Dame doesn't have a catalog. Let's just say that. Dame owns a percentage of one album. So when you talk about his percentage of that one album, it's not worth the amount of Jay's entire catalog. So that's a terrible scenario.
It's not,
right?
It is. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you're talking about somebody who owns a catalog of 14, 15 albums versus somebody who owns a percentage of one album. That one album from Reasonable Doubt that came out in 1996, I'm not going to say it's not worth no bread, but it's not worth millions. It's not worth millions. See, Rob, there's no royalties that they're making crazy money off of that. If they make any money off of royalties for Reasonable Doubt, it's because Jay is doing something with the album. It's because Jay's performing music. Jay's putting it on whatever. Because Jay is that powerful, significant other. Him and Biggs ain't making no bread off of that. They not.
Fam.
They not. So at the end of the day, if you're in a financial trouble that you are, and you're ordered to pay, if you're ordered by a judge to sell your percentage to pay a debt, nobody's going to come to you and be like, oh, let me buy your percentage for $3 million. Your percentage isn't worth that much. Now you're boo-boo the fool. If you offer Dane $3 million for that, then you are boo-boo the fool. That
Okay.
percentage isn't worth that much. So if somebody comes to you and offering you 1.5, your ego should be dropped and say, all right, I had no other choice but to sell this. I'm still scraping a little bit off the top.
But
I'm not taking
what?
no complete L.
But what if you still have other? See, Mogul, you making it look like bro just destitute and don't have no other choices,
Well, I'm
bro.
gonna
I
be
got
honest
rich friends.
with you. I'm gonna be honest. That's what it sounds like. But see, you're going off of hypotheticals of him having to go beg other men for money. You're going off of those hypotheticals. I'm not going off of those hypotheticals. I'm going off of what simply will be the smartest business choice for me to make if my feelings and my ego wasn't involved.
No, Mogul. I'm looking at so because I'm removing ego at least from this situation. I'm going to my friends and saying, "Hey, fam, I'm in a jam. I need 800. You got 800.
And how you
Hey,
paying
can you help
Kanye
me?
back?
Huh?"
How you paying Kanye the 800 back?
Dame is a creative. He can figure that out, bro. We can make another. We can make
Bro,
another
you're missing
paid
my
in
point. If Dame
full,
is a creative, why he doesn't have it now to figure it out?
bro. Because he puts all his money in the streets. He's investing all his money, bro. But nah, but real talk, bro. He can make another movie. He
Throughout
could
the
do
damn
other
movies
things
don't
to
make no
get that.
money. Stop bringing up them damn movies. The last big movie Dame ever made was Paid in Full, and that came out in 2002.
If
Nobody ain't watching no Dame Dash movies, bro. Stop
if you did it once, you can do it again.
Rock. When Dame Dash made Paid in Full was funded by the big Paramount company. Dame Dash doesn't have that type of bread to make another Paid in Full. That's why I'm not knocking Dame. It's creative what he's doing, but these movies ain't making him no bread.
I believe, and I don't want my boy Dame to see this and call me a chatty patty or hug me. Dame, please don't scream on me, Dame, because I love you. But I believe if Dame changes his business model
Oh,
as far as yeah,
okay. Go ahead, let me
instead
hear this.
yeah. Instead of like funding his own movies, taking the money from others and funding it, I
Oh,
do think
but that changes his
he'll
whole narrative of what he stands for because he's the independent. He doesn't believe
okay.
in borrowing. Remember, you borrow the people's money, you ain't a boss. You ain't
That's
this, you
good.
ain't that. The
That's
stupid
good.
shit that keeps him in the situation that he is in now.
I would like to ask you a question. Do you believe that? That if you borrow somebody else's money, you ain't a boss?
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, Mo.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I believe in borrowing other people's money to leverage it to do what you got to do, make your bread back, pay that back. Now you got your bread where you can start investing your own bread. That's how 90% of businesses start up. That's how 90% of business start up. There's call it Vincent, people who invest for a reason.
Now, the only thing with that, now again, I do believe if he was to change his business model, he could get out of some of this
But he
debt.
can't.
But the only thing with that is when you take on other people's money, you may have to listen to other people's ideas. And he doesn't have the temperament to listen to other people's
Because
ideas, bro.
he has an ego that still is affecting Dame till this day. It's sad to see where he is at. Dame should be on the level with the Jays, the Diddy's, the Steve Stouts, the Nas's. He should be on that level, bro. It should be no reason why Dame is struggling to pay child support. You're in debt. You're getting sued over this, sued over that. But you also know the biggest thing about always say about Dame, which always hurts me because obviously he was one of the guys in Rockefeller that, and you know me being a big Rockefeller fan, fam, eventually you have to look at yourself in the mirror. If you have a problem with every single person, I'm not trying to say some of those people you got a problem with isn't right, because some of that stuff is really significant and he has a point. But if everybody that you've ever worked with in your entire career has an issue or fell off with you, eventually you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, maybe it's me. It can't be
Okay, I'm with
everybody.
that. I love that, man, and I'm with that. I don't think he's always right, bro. Some of the things, a lot of the things he do, I'd be like, yeah, he's spot on. Some of it, I'd be like, dang, man, my guy looking nuts, but
Looking
I gotta,
crazy. But
I gotta roll.
to your point, he can't borrow nobody's money because at the end of the day, when he does that, that defeats his whole narrative of what he comes on these podcasts and these shows and be spewing out his mouth.
Absolutely. I think that narrative should change a little bit, bro. If I have rich friends, so check it out, Mogul. If you have, say, Mogul has 100 million,
Right.
and Mogul's my guy.
Right.
I grew up. I love Mogul. Pause or don't pause that. However you look at it. This is my guy. I have a relationship with this guy. Pause. I should be able to go to Mogul and say, hey, man, I have this idea, but I need 1.5 for it. Let me lay out a business plan to let you know that I'm serious. Let me show
Right.
you that I can get this money back instead of me having to go to a bank and have to hope and pray that they give me the money.
Absolutely.
I should be able to go to my guy.
And guess what, C. Rob? I would give it to you and I would say, bro, cool. We'll work out the details later, right?
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, when you burn so many bridges like he's burned, there ain't nobody that you can come to. Because number one, you're going to have to drop your ego and apologize, and you ain't going to do that. And we know he got the biggest ego. And Dane, to me, is still a creative businessman. I'm never going to take nothing away from what Dane did. But when you look at what he's going through now, eventually you got to be like, yo, man, I got to drop my ego. I got to drop my ego. I got to kind of build some of these bridges back that I burned and work this thing out because you never know how it could benefit him in the long term.
Absolutely. I love that, Mogul. So check it out, bro. Before we get up out of here, speaking of Dame, speaking of Jay, speaking of all this that we talked about, Cam and everybody
Right.
who's successful, how do you define success?
Man, that's a good question. Man, I think there's a lot of ways to define to how I personally now define success. I think I define success, number one, is making sure that my family is happy, right? Making sure that my significant other is in a great place. I define success by making sure that I'm in a great place mentally as well. I used to define success as how I'm doing in business, right? I used to define it by that or how well, financially I'm doing. But I don't define success like that. I really define success by how the people around me that I love now are doing and if they're okay. And if I'm contributing into making them okay and making them happy, I think for me, that is the ultimate success because I think that good energy is going to lead to everything financially and business-wise that I want to achieve successfully.
I like that. That's a great answer, fam. Last year, I worked with this Nigerian lady. And she was just so, oh, Nigerians, oh, Black Americans think like this, but Nigerians think like this, and we're the most successful, doctors and all. She was saying all this here. And one thing I noticed in what she was saying, she said, yeah, when Nigerians, when our dads and all this get to this country, they fight hard to get to this country. They push us to be doctors, lawyers, accountants, and all this. And I said, well, that's cool and all, but what if that's not your dream?
Right.
Then they said, well, then she said, well, we don't care. Our parents don't care. They don't care if they like us or not. They just want us to be successful. And I said, well, what is success to you? Then she went to explain success to be financial. And I said, that's where I got her. Because Mogul, I view success differently, bro. Success is me being able to come home and my children are hyped to see their daddy. Hey man, my children treat me like I'm a superstar. Success is me being able to take my family out, man, and we just love each other, and we're able to smile and be happy, and just know that if money fell apart tomorrow, they could trust me and know that we going back up.
Right.
Success is me knowing that, hey man, even though I'm not rich, hey man, I make enough for us to, hey, we could take a trip. We could go to the museum.
Right.
Oh, your car needs new tires? We got that. That's not an issue. We could go out to eat.
Right.
To me, that is success, bro. Success isn't just me being worth 100 million and not having children, not having children and being lonely. Success isn't me making 100 million, but I'm miserable and I'm doing drugs and doing
Right.
For me, success isn't financial. Success is me being peace, waking up and having peace.
Right.
That is success for me, bro.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you've seen this little clip with Shaq when he was talking to Jason Kelsey, what he told him.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so Jason Kelsey is thinking about retiring, right?
Oh,
so
wow,
Shaq told him, Shaq said, if you do retire, know that you're retiring and be happy with it. You got your ring, you've been 13 years. But he said, don't be like me. He said, I retired, I got my rings, now I live in 100,000 square foot house by myself. And I lost my family because of the decisions I made when I was playing. Bro, when he said that, that gave me chills. Because we're talking about Shaq here. We're talking about like a prolific figure, like the most dominant big man, championships, all the money in the world. But Shaq said he's living in 100,000 square foot house by himself. And he lost his family because of the decisions he made when he was playing. Man, when he said that gave me goosebumps because I'm like, God damn. That goes to show you the money isn't the only thing that defines success. It's ultimately at the end of the day, who are you happy with as far as your family and friends are concerned? Like, to me, success ultimately looks like this for me. Me and my family call you and your family, and I say like, yo, let's book this private jet and let's fly to Paris for a day and come back.
Yeah.
That's success. It's not about the flying to Paris and booking a jet, but it's like, let's take our families and go do that with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's ultimately what success is, man.
Man, so check it out. Excuse me. When I go to the Katy Mills Mall in Houston, Texas, which is in Katy, I walk around the mall and I pass the Kate Spade store. Kate Spade, of course, the women know Kate Spade makes the purses and
Right.
all that. Kate Spade was worth over $250 million when she committed suicide.
Kate Spade was a billionaire.
Okay, there we go. Robin Williams was Mrs. Doubtfire. He was hooked. He made all these uber successful movies when he committed suicide.
Right.
And trigger warning. I'm not trying to,
right. No,
alarm people or upset people. Suicide is a serious thing.
Right.
But I bring that up to say, man, some people are getting all the money in the world, and they're not happy, man. So when I talk about success, I listen to Toby Nwigwe, and he talks about, his mother not believing in his dream in a song, man. And the song is fun. We sing along with it, but I would imagine that in some sense that kind of bothers him, man. So I say all that to say, man, success is when you got people believing in you and you have the confidence to achieve your dream, man. Success isn't always about money for me, bro.
Right.
Because these material things, bro, if you took all these material things away from me, am I still happy with myself?
Right.
The answer is yes. If you took these shades from me, bro, I'm still lit. I'm still the same person I was before I bought these shades, man. And for me, that's what success is, bro.
Right.
But yeah, Mogul, I think we gave the people something, bro.
Absolutely,
think we gave
man.
something,
Good
bro.
stuff, brother.
Yeah, man. So Boys will catch you next week, man. Love you, bro.
You too, man. I'm about to go light up my stogie now.
All right, fam.
That's,
Have fun with the stogie, bro.
next time I'm in Houston, we gonna light one together, light your first stogie.
All right, bro. I'll try it, bro. I'll try it.